Hi guys, oh god. So a Nigel Farage supporter called into the Jeremy Vine show to complain about the small boats crossings and suggested that the former head of the Brexit party is the only one who could actually end the channel crossings. Because Nigel is the only one that's honest and she doesn't trust any of the other parties. In regards to demands on the British government to respect international law, she threw a non sequitur into the mix about human rights in the UK in respect to issues like renting and homelessness. The typical we should look after our own first argument. Have a listen.
Irene in Bedfordshire. Good morning, Irene. What would you like to say?
Good morning. You asked about the government. Can they stop the boats?
Yeah,
No, I don't trust any of them.
Oh, okay.
Any at all. Like the chap that phoned from Wales, I agree. Nigel Farage. I would have more faith in him. He says what the truth is.
What do you think? I mean, Nigel, I'm a bit vague on what Nigel Farage's actual plan is to sort this problem out. I mean, what appeals to you about what he's said?
I believe in things that he says. I don't believe in any of the governments in this.
I believe in things that he says, or he has said. What things? Because if you believe what Nigel Farage says, then you have a bit of egg on your face when it comes to immigration. Because Farage said back in 2016, we need to leave the European Union in order to bring down immigration. And what has happened? Immigration has increased. Has Nigel Farage turned around and said, I'm sorry I lied, or I'm sorry I was wrong? No, he hasn't. He has doubled down. Instead, he's blamed the government for not implementing the Brexit that he promised. He keeps saying, well, if I had been in charge, the guy can't even get elected to the House of Commons, but he claims that if he was in charge, if he was running the country, he would bring down immigration. Instead, what Brexit has done is it has taken away rights from British people, ending freedom of movement, took rights away from British people in order to satisfy a few racists and bigots who didn't want asylum seekers coming to Britain. And what is Nigel Farage's latest policy to stop the boats? Well, to leave the European Convention on Human Rights. So once again, he wants to take away rights British people have, take away those rights in order to satisfy a few racists and bigots who are upset about asylum seekers crossing the channel. So we need to, and it's not going to actually stop them. Leaving the European Convention on Human Rights is not going to stop the boats.
This country, when we are worried and we are concerned with so many people coming here, somebody's just mentioned international law. Well, I'm mentioning human rights. What about the human rights of people in this country who, through rents increase and God knows what, are working, have been shown out their homes? They have to move around this country. They have no home to live in. Why are we worried about small boats? We're just not looking after our own people.
So are you really concerned about British people? Because if you are, then you would not be supporting Nigel Farage. Like, how has Brexit helped British people? It hasn't. It wasn't designed to help British people. But this thing of, well, we need to look after our own. Why aren't we? Like, I don't understand how you could support Nigel Farage when it comes to things like rents. Is he talking about a rent cap? Is he talking about building more social housing? No. His solution is we need to stop immigration. Immigration is the reason why house prices are so high and young people can't get on the property ladder and rents are through the roof. It's immigration. We blame the asylum seekers. It's their fault. That's Farage's answer to all of this. What policies is he putting forward to deal with social housing, the lack of social housing, to do with unscrupulous landlords? Nothing. It's about blaming asylum seekers, blaming immigrants.
People.
Well,
and you talk about France, and I will interrupt on this one. The size of France and the size of here. My Lord, when are we going to wake up and smell the roses?
well, yeah, absolutely. It's an endless debate.
It's smell the coffee. But anyway, what about France? I don't understand the point that she's trying to make here. Look at us and look at the size of. Is it the size of France? Well, yes, France is a larger country, but France takes in more asylum seekers. Is the issue of asylum seekers? Is it about rent? Is it about human rights? I'm not sure why she's comparing France and the United Kingdom. The United Kingdom and France have similar populations, but France is a larger country. Is it because France is a larger country? It should take in. I don't know. Anyway, but this thing about Nigel Farage, I really don't understand. People are saying, yeah, Nigel Farage tells it as it is. No, he doesn't. He tells people what they want to hear. He told farmers what they wanted to hear. He told fishermen what they wanted to hear. And then when it all went pear-shaped, where was he? In the United States, kissing, Donald Trump's behind. He's a charlatan. He's a snake oil salesman. And for some reason, people still listen to what he has to say and believe he tells it as it is. Let me know in the comment section, guys, what you think. As always, your comments are greatly appreciated. Thanks a lot.